Hey, it's Chris Loud, back with another 15-minute painting warm-up. This one is, as you can probably already tell, shaping up to be a landscape, more abstract landscape. This one is similar to one I did previously with some pears, where I'm just painting with black and a little white. I'm using Mars Black and titanium white, and then doing a wash with some transparent paint after this is dried. I'm using lemon yellow as well as some phthalo green, and I also have some neon pink paint. I'm not sure how I ended up with this paint, but I have it. So I blended that a little bit, mixed that with some of the lemon yellow for the wash, and it turned out pretty well, I think. This is one that I'm only using the brush for the wash, and I'm using a silicone paintbrush as well as a catalyst wedge by Princeton to get the paint down. So there I'm using the catalyst wedge. This one I thought turned out fairly good after the 15 minutes. I was pretty pleased with it. I did have a few little areas that I wanted to touch up, and so after the 15 minutes I tinkered a little bit more, and parts of it I liked after I finished playing with it, and there was a little bit I didn't. However, overall, I like the outcome of this one. If you haven't tried doing black and white paintings and doing a wash over it, it's a fun experience. It's a different way of painting, and you sometimes see things in a different way when you do that. The tricky part to this, as I mentioned in the previous video, is that to do the wash, the painting has to be dry, or you'll just smear the black and white paint. And in 15 minutes, that's not an easy thing to do. So you will see me with a hairdryer, there we go, trying to dry that. And as I'm drying that, I am also playing with some of the lemon yellow and neon pink, trying to get that mix to a kind of a very light orange to do the wash with. And here again, just kind of touching up some highlights on the mountain. This is one that I actually saw the morning I was doing another painting, and I saw the sunrise was very pink and the mountain was pink, so I thought that would be a good one to try and do a wash. However, I didn't want to use this neon pink that I had because it would have been a little bit too intense. So I did a little bit of mixing to get that color out. But you can see some area in the foreground there in the foothills that are lighter patches, and those were areas I wanted to clean up. But here I am doing the wash. And like I said, this is a mix of the lemon yellow and that neon pink. And I'll show you at the end what this looked like, and then I'll show you two different versions of where I played a little bit with it. Unfortunately, I think I lost a little bit of the character in the mountain itself when I did that. But overall, I think it turned out okay. I put this down on the foothills and really didn't like the look of that, so kind of wiped that back and then started playing with a little bit of phthalo green in it. But I touched up some of the phthalo green on when I kind of returned to this later. And let me know in the comments if you've done this and what your experience was with it. As far as the tools go, the wedge and the silicone brush, if you're interested in those, I'll put some links in the description with some of the tools. But I think you can get most of those at your local art stores. but if you want to see what they are, you can definitely click on that link. Pulling the tape away, you'll see what that looks like, and I'll show you a better version of the final piece. So here's the final version, a little better lighting. And then coming up, you'll see that I reestablished the darks in the foothills and made the sky a little more intense. And then here's the final version where I added a little bit of white and a little more phthalo green. So let me know what you think and keep on painting.